Hey, what's up? This is Chosen. Wake up. It is Monday morning. Time to get the week kicked off for Raid Shadow Legends, where we will wrap up what is going on in game and get you all caught up on what you need to know. So let's get into it. Alrighty, so first of all, let's get the shard rotation ironed out. So we just had the 10x event for like Fushan and Netheril and Trunda. Trundle was kind of the prize of that 10x. I believe Solus was in it too for the Void Shards. But so because we came off of a 10x slash event type weekend, now we're going to be having a 2x kind of event this weekend starting in about 5 days. And because we had 2x Ancients last time, the rotation goes in alphabetical order: Ancient, Sacred, Void, which means this weekend we should be getting 2x Sacreds launching in about 5 days. Then as far as Clan v Clan, it is going to be an off week, and they usually launch on Tuesdays, so we should get one next Tuesday, which means you should have a Clan versus Clan match launching about 8 days from now. And always on Monday morning, the priority is to make sure you have got your arena in order after the overnight reset. I know a lot of people manipulate their defenses a little bit for Classic Arena. Make sure you get that set. Make sure you get to your prospective arena tier, because it can mess up your clan boss keys and your dungeon runs. And then also join me in the Moth movement, which is where we set our meme defenses Monday through Thursday. MO for Monday, TH for Thursday. Monday through Thursday, let's help each other farm the arena and get a bunch of points together. We can see here, good job, Midiant. We've got a couple here. We've got some people. Yeah, there we go. Let's keep. We got about 40 or 50% participation in the Moth movement. Let's make it happen so we can all farm the arena. The Doom Tower is also a very hot topic right now, because we've got 2 new bosses coming to the next iteration of the Doom Tower, and you are going to want to really focus on the Doom Tower here in the next couple days, because it ends in about 3 days, where the rotation is going to reset to the next one that is going to include these bosses. Now, we are going to have access to a test server very soon that I can keep you up to date on in terms of testing these bosses, letting you know which champions are going to be good and how those fights are going. I'll be able to get you some content on that here in about 2 days. But I do have a dedicated video to each of these bosses' kits that I will link right there if you want the full version, the full like 8 to 10 minute breakdown of these 2 bosses and their full kit skills that they are going to be in game, and my opinions on them while going over it. Now, as we dive into what is going on in game, it's going to be pretty normal. It's pretty calm, kind of the calm before the storm. We are probably going to be getting, if I had to guess, we're going to be getting some sort of fragment fusion event coming soon, or fragment summon, I guess is the proper way to word it. And then the fusions are a little bit different. That's where you got the rares into the epics, the epic into the legendary. Fragments are a little bit different. There's tournaments and events where you acquire fragments, and then you just blatantly trade that in for a champion. So we just had a fusion for Mother Sibylle, so I bet we're going to switch to a fragment summon event here in the month of September. I bet we'll know more on that pretty soon, like within this week or so. We'll have some details on the next fragment champion and a little bit of the schedule around that. And then I bet you for October, we'll have some sort of Halloween fusion. Like back in the day, we had a Halloween fusion for Harvest Jack. If you're a newer player, you may not know that, but Harvest Jack was a Halloween fusion, which the Harvest Jack event was kind of the reveal of the Fear and True Fear debuffs coming, or should I say debuffs, coming into the game. Some of you get that reference. But anyway, yeah, Harvest Jack was kind of the introduction of the Fear debuffs and the fusion in 2019, coinciding with Halloween. And then in 2020, they had the fusion for Elegaeus, and now, believe it or not, it has already almost been a year. We are coming up on Halloween 2021. Time is flying, and we're about to have our 3rd Halloween fusion coming up this October here in about just over a month. If I had to guess, we'll start to learn more about that. But up and coming soon here is going to be the Fragment Summon that I think we'll get some information on this week. But I digress. Right now is the Dragon Tournament for the next couple days. You don't have to feel bad about skipping this. You do get an epic book for getting up to 2750. I personally would keep an eye on your group, maybe test the waters, see if it's realistic to finish in the top 2 and scoop up some decent Relentless gear. Other than that, you don't have to feel bad about missing out on it. Classic Arena, as long as you're active in the arena, these are typically one of the easier ones to complete. And then Champion Training, there's almost always one of these live. I would try to get to maybe 42 225 to scoop up 10 core hammers because they're kind of rare to get a hold of, and it can be really good to get some of those swift parry gear. And then I also think we may be getting some mechanics in the game that make the other core hammer set a little bit more valuable as well. So keep your eye on scooping up those core hammers when you can, and then we dive into the events tab. That wraps up the tournaments, and then in the events, there's just the dungeon divers going to be launching tomorrow. So I guess if you are gonna test the waters in the dragon and maybe spend 1,000 energy or something to see how you're doing in your group, might not be a bad idea to wait until tomorrow when you can double dip here with the dungeon divers, because you still got a couple days. You don't have to worry about going crazy today. So yeah, not a whole lot you're gonna want to do in game or really feel pressed to do. If you're going for the 4,200 points to get the core hammers, not a bad idea to go ahead and do some champ training then today. Okay, and literally as I'm recording this, I'm going to get this inserted in here because we have just had the word finally come down. I knew it was probably going to be soon, at some point this week, but it just came down literally as I'm recording. So I'm going to insert this in and get you my first reaction to the kit here. I have not read this yet. I clipped it, threw it in the video, and we're going to react to this live. But this is going to be the aesthetics, and it is going to be a fragment summon event that is going to launch on September 6th. So in about a week, we've got a barbarian legendary attack champion that is going to be Spirit Affinity. So okay, let's get into the kit here live and see if this guy's got potential. Rorik Wormbane, and I like the aesthetics. Definitely matches the barbarian theme. Looking good here so far. So the A1 is going to be attack one enemy 2 times, each hit with a 40% chance of placing a stun for 1 turn. And each hit will fill the champion's turn meter by 15% if the target is not under a stun debuff. So if the stun doesn't land, you're going to get a little bit of turn meter boost value. If the stun does land, we're not going to get that. You can probably get like 2 books to make that up to like a 60% chance or something, like a 10 and a 10 and a couple damage books or something. So, well, probably like a 60% chance to stun, and if not, you get a turn meter boost on the A1. So Dragon Rage, attack 1 enemy, 80% chance, I'm sure you can book that up to 100, of decreasing the target's turn meter by 75%. If this skill fully depletes the target's turn meter, also 80% chance of placing a stun. You could probably book that up to 100 on all enemies for 1 turn. Yeah, that's pretty good because it's a 75% turn meter reduction there. The cooldown of 3. If that books to 2 turns, it would be bonkers insane. So I doubt it, but I'm surprised the cooldown's not 4 and booking to 3. I mean, I'm okay with that. The less books, the better. But yeah, that's a pretty good A2 because if you place that stun, you're going to get that booked up 100% chance of an AoE stun. Yeah, that's pretty solid, especially for waves, arena, anything like that, tag team arena. And then we got attack 1 enemy here on the A3, and we'll ignore 50% of the target's defense. So that's going to hit insanely hard. So we've got like a nuking ability there, a single target nuke on the A3 that's ignoring defense. We've got an AoE CC with turn meter bleed. That could be really good for like the Spider, the Fire Knight, resetting that turn meter. And then the A1 CC there as well. Okay, we get a passive. We'll always use this skill instead of the default skill when counterattacking. Okay, so instead of doing the default, if you're going to be counterattacking, like if you've got a counterattack buff, or if it procs from a master beat or something, a counterattack is going to do the A3. That is going to be that super hard-hitting ability that ignores defense. So that's kind of cool. I don't think we've seen a mechanic like that in the game. And the skill will not be blocked by by blocking active skills. Okay, cool. And the cooldown there is 4. I wonder if you can book that to 3. Then we get another passive as a separate ability here. Immune to stun and deals 15% more damage to bosses and receives 15% less damage from them. Okay. Yeah, this guy's got potential. Again, it's hard until you know the multipliers and you know like the base speed and how the stats scale in game. It's unfortunate that they don't give us that information of showing us the full breakdown of the stats and the books and how they affect things. We usually get that a few days later down the road when they give us like the actual in-game teaser. But so yeah, I can't really grade him accurately, but looks like he has potential. Like this kit definitely looks like it's got some fun with the AoE CC, the turn meter resetting. He's going to be super sturdy because of taking less damage and also dealing more damage against bosses. He's got a couple different passive effects in his kit here. So yeah, the cooldowns look reasonable. So if his stats are pretty solid, he could definitely be a fun fusion to go after. So it's looking promising. Now let's take a look at the shop and see if there's anything worth going over today. Okay, we've got a great deal mix pack. I think I've seen this a lot. I don't remember this being super good or anything. What is that? We've got the 48 Barus. Okay, 48. 4 4-star chicken. And 2 5-star. Alrighty, 5 epic. Right there. And 3 legendary. Okay, 2.17. Yeah, not bad just for books and chicken and stuff, but if I'm going to spend that much, I typically like to get gems, energy, and shards, so would be a pass for me on that one. The multi-battle, this one ends up being decent most of the times, if I remember right, plugging this in, but it has a little bit more value for people that don't have access to a PC to use any sort of clicker mechanics or anything. So if you're only mobile, this one has more value to you. Energy, refills, boom, and 700 energy. So if the multi-battles are worth about $2 or $3 to you, then it's not bad. But do remember, this one comes over time. You don't get it all at once. Need to make your decision on the monthly pack here very soon, because we've only got a day and a half or so left until that resets. These 101% extra mini mix packs are really good value. They're some of the best, just most consistent offers you're going to get in game. So if you are in the market to spend money on raid, these are like a 5 or 6 value on my calculator. You get energy, refills, chicken, XP boost, ancient shards for $3 or whatever it is. It will change depending on your spending tier. Recently in raid, there's like a $3 version, $5, $10, $15, and $20. So it'll change depending on your tier. That's why you might see a different one than I see. But these are definitely worth it if you're in the market to spend money on raid. Oh, and we got a special pack here with Lady Kimmy on the artwork. Okay, so that's a new backdrop I haven't seen before. Kind of cool. All right, so we've got 20 and 100K. We're gonna go 100 gems. Okay, 5 void shards. I like that. 5 voids, and then 1 chicken, and 1 legendary tome. 2.31. Okay, so yeah, you see how it's got a purchase limit of 1. That means it's typically a more special offer that will grade out a lot better than the normal ones that you see in game that are like 1.5 to 2.0 or something. So yeah, not bad. I like void shards, so I like how you're getting the book, the shards, and a little bit of champion value there as well with the chicken. So yeah, it's not amazing. It's not blowing the doors off or anything, but this is more in line with an offer we should be getting a little bit more consistently. So divine speed, this is the whale offer. This is the 6-star legendary divine speed gear, and there are definitely some whales that will buy this out and go 9 for 9, but for 99% of you, this one's not really worth it, because for each set you buy, you're going to keep probably 1, maybe 2 pieces for $50. So unless you are a very high tier platinum level whale, probably not worth it for you to buy this one. Also, just to quickly keep you in the loop on what is going on in the gaming landscape, Awaken Chaos Era, which is another game in the gacha industry that I think has some potential. I did a dedicated video on this on their last beta that they did a few months ago. If you want to check that out, I'll remember to link to that right there if you want a quick breakdown of the basics of this game. But they launched their second closed beta last night. I believe it's open to the first 5,000 players. You can go ahead and download it on Android devices. It's not there for iOS yet, but I believe it's locked to the first 5,000, so you may not still be able to get in. It may have the spots may have gone fast, but don't feel too bad if you miss out on it. It's just a closed beta, and all progress will reset. I believe they're doing some refunding for money spent when the game launches, but in terms of your progress or any champions you get or anything, it will be wiped away. So if you do miss out on trying to get in it, I wouldn't feel too bad about it, but I am going to do my best to do some testing and keep my eye on the industry to keep you up to date on what is going on and what you need to know. And while we're here, why not, we'll show you what the summoning's like. We'll do a 10 pull, some blues, and then we'll pull one of the elite shards here just to give you a live look at what this kind of looks like really quick on the way out. Just food there, okay. Nothing super spectacular. We had one shard straggler. That was basically just a bunch of uncommons there. Nothing worth note, and a common. Okay, and we got one advanced shard. This is not as good at odds as a sacred shard in raid. I believe you're only 1% to get a legendary and 10% to get an epic. So it'll probably be a massive hoodwink, and there we go. But anyway, I just wanted to let you know on that because it is a new game in the industry that launched a beta last night. So that will do it for this one, and as always, for my morning, daily, wrap-up type videos, down below in the pinned comment, there will be a link over to the Twitch stream. If you want to come hang out for the next few hours, I'll be live, chilling with you guys and getting the week kicked off. Remember, don't forget to subscribe on your way out. We have got giveaways coming up this week, and we will keep you up to date on the exact mechanics of these Doom Tower bosses and everything going on as well in the industry. So, as always, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.